the top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hands up! Lead!
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Get that quarterback, D-line! Hands up! Quarterback!
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They can't move the ball on us.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Hands up! Lead!
Mike's 5-4. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's Jonah Williams, the 11th overall pick back in April. He was actually the first lineman taken. He's a guilty party.
Lead!
There, 54 Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey. Check.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Great job.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hot. Lead!
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
Let's go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
And a 49er first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
You're not ready. 65.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got you.
368.
Kill. Mike's 5-4.
Throwing again. Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Safe.
They go 368.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He wasn't ready.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, hot.
Check safety, check safety.
Ice.
Mike's 57.
From midfield here, Dalton.
Let's go, baby.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all weekend practicing.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Say hut.
52's the mic right here, over.
Say hut.
52's the mic.
Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here we go. What do you need?
They can't hang with us.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Kill. Dick. Hey, turn it. Lock. Say hut.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got one.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up.
Hey. Here we go. What do you need?
Right here.
Say hut.
To throw is Garoppolo. Open Nanis Pettis. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
26 yards. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Another chance for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, watch that.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. Watch twist.
Back to Mixon on 1st down.
Run.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it, baby.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7. Dalton, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Just like that.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
49er first down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop!
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Bunch. Got it. Hey. Quick right here. I got a left. He's mine.
Now Joe Mixon.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Watch twist.
Here we go. Can.
Shit. Hey. Watch the ship.
Watch the safety creep. 68. Hey, exit.
Here's Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
At the 28-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo, wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
Here we go. Like 20.
57.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st down.
Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, D. Watch tight end. Odd. Down, 5 down. Stand up in.
Garoppolo now. This will be caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hands up. Lead.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Slam, slam, slam.
Two by two. Move.
Mike 54. Mike 54. All you get is a headache. All you get...
368.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
The final act of the first half. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep for into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Coleman. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here we go. 180. Know your job. Watch tight end. Tight right. Everyone's got four down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
At the 48-yard line.
Hot. 57's the mic. Here we go. 57.
On first down, Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Andy Dalton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Dalton here from the gun. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
10 yards to go.
Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Double up, double up, double up, double up. Under crunch.
On second down, Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them there on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on third and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
15. First down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hey, hot, 57.
Come on. Joker.
2 by 2. Move. General West.
Watch the whip. Watch out. Watch twist.
This is Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go.
57's the mic.
All day, baby, all day.
On first down, here's Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
We got 4.
Coleman now. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
I got wide.
Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third and long.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
With the score, Bengals 28, 49ers 21.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Hands up.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
Shoot.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here we go.
54.
Hands up.
54.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Easy work.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
I'm coming.
Regular.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Third down from the gun. Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ladies.
Mike 54. Cut. Big edge. Backer, check the backer.
First and 10 for Dalton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey.
Throwing again. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I got him.
The toss play to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Let's go. Let's do this.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, 49ers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here we go. 57's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And the 49er first down.
Garoppolo on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Now Mixon. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 31, check 31.
2-by-2. Move. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. It's hot.
Here's Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross.
Let's go.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
It's a gain of 11.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go, let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Right there, 54, right there. 54,
On first down, Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 49ers 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double. Hey. Slam, slam.
Check 9, X3, 218, chopper.
Kill.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
Run. I got it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Silver.
They'll run here with Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Ben Heaney.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's going to be a long day.
On second down now, Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Dalton on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote.
On the keeper.
Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game missing. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I press on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ayy, cause he gave me patience. Ayy, swear that all makes sense. Ayy, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ayy, I know we the ones that ain't them.
deck acting like they know me, cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass back.